from today's TMJ4.
This is breaking news now.
And that breaking news, a Cryptosporidium cluster. Cases of crypto have been confirmed in Bayside, Fox Point, and Whitefish Bay. The health department says there are 12 confirmed cases. Officials do not know the source, but say it is not the drinking water. Crypto can cause diarrhea, nausea, and stomach cramps. 2 pools at JCC Peck Aquatic Center in Whitefish Bay are closed, but will reopen tomorrow. The Whitefish Bay High School pool will be closed this weekend as a precautionary measure until officials determine the source. Crypto infected Milwaukee's water system 20 years ago. At least 100 people died and more than 400,000 got sick. The city changed its water filtration system because of that outbreak.
New at 6 at today's TMJ4 exclusive. After police say a fake orthodontist worked from her home, clinics across our area are working together, saving victims from severe dental damage. Countless children are suffering from dental damage after police say a woman fitted them with braces in her living room. And now real orthodontists are rallying to remove the botched work before it's too late. Cody Holyoke's been on this story from the very start. He joins us live outside the Marquette University Dentistry School. Cody.
Mike, Courtney, Noemi Aguilera, who doesn't have a dentist license, will likely soon face criminal charges for running a dentist's office out of her home. Tonight, there's a new call for victims to step forward, and this time, it's not just coming from law enforcement.
We would really like them to come forward so that we can help them.
Renee Ramirez called police when dentists at her clinic discovered serious damage. Kids coming in complained of pain. Parents claim Noemi Aguilera gave them discount dental work from her Waukesha living room. But that's only where this story begins.
We feel that there are more people who have been treated by this person who claims to have a dental background.
If this work has been done poorly, their teeth are getting damaged as we're standing here talking.
Prosecutors are preparing charges against the woman after an undercover operation confirmed the claims. Meanwhile, the push is on for local orthodontists to reverse the damage.
We just want to get these people out of health risk.
The Marquette School of Dentistry is just one clinic stepping up to help. Doctors there removed braces from a young girl.
These patients can get decay around these appliances. They can, in the long term, have gum disease issues. Their bite can go, terribly wrong.
It seems there's another issue to worry about. While investigators build their case against Aguilera, local clinics are now fielding new patients who claim the woman is still practicing from her home.
A couple of patients who are students from another program may have appointments with her next week.
Police fielded the same information. Officers tell me they warned Aguilera not to continue her work. Right now, the focus is on finding her victims before it's too late.
These patients can very quickly deteriorate, so I think time is kind of the essence here that these patients should be seen.
Now, as clinics like this one work to reverse the damage, prosecutors continue to field complaints. Since my last report 2 weeks ago, 2 additional victims have stepped forward. It's a start, but investigators tell me they believe there are many more just like them, afraid to break their silence. Reporting live tonight at Marquette, Cody Holyoke, today's TMJ4.
Cody.
A woman from West Dallas locked her 3 kids in a bedroom and then left for work. They died when a fire ripped through that home. As Jonah Kaplan reports, the mother is going to spend a lot of time in prison.
It really was a tale of 2 perspectives. On the prosecution side, you had some family members who supported the fact and the claim that Angelica Balin was a monster mom and had a history of being neglectful to her children. On the other side, though, you had the defense and other family members who claimed that Angelica Balin was just doing all that she was capable of to be a good parent. Before weeping family members and friends, a judge told Angelica Balin she'll spend the next 18 years behind bars.
Can you imagine those children in the upstairs bedroom with the window a little pried open, throwing out their toys to try to get somebody's attention so they could be saved?
Sentencing took more than an hour because a divided family took time to address the court.
I believe it's fair and just to ask the judge and the courts to apply Angie the same sentence she gave her own children. She stole her children's future and lives.
I believe 100% in my heart that if we can have Angelica come back into the community, she's smart, she's intelligent, you know, she can be an asset to the community, an asset and an advocate for overwhelmed parents.
Balin herself begged for mercy.
I would like to say that I'm sorry to my children, my beautiful Adrian, Alexi, and Nayeli. I'm sorry that you'll never grow up.
Before handing down his sentence, the judge actually addressed Angelica Balin directly. Then he had a message for everyone else in the room and the community, saying that this sentence should be a wake-up call to any other parent who thinks about locking their kids in a room or a car. Outside the Milwaukee County Courthouse, Jonah Kaplan for today's TMJ4.
And the judge also pointed out the 18-year sentence amounts to 3 6-year terms, one for each child.
Governor Scott Walker made a move today to free up federal money to fix that closed bridge up in Green Bay. A section of the I-43 bridge sagged a couple of feet this week. The closure means there will be more traffic on highways leading to Lambeau Field on October 6th, so if you're heading up, take more time to get there. Governor Walker calls the bridge a key commercial link. It also is carrying about 40,000 cars per day. The declaration means the feds might help pay for the first 180 days of repair. Well, a nasty war of words between the Milwaukee County Executive and the County Sheriff. Todd Hicks is live outside the courthouse with a look at some explosive comments. Todd.
Well, Mike and Courtney, we're talking about Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clark and County Executive Chris Abele. Now, Clark called Abele a vindictive little man high on drugs because Abele wants to cut Clark's budget.
Public safety it's a serious issue. It's not a game. It's not a movie.
Milwaukee County Executive Chris Abele fired back after Sheriff David Clark lashed out over some proposed budget cuts. Abele wants to slice $12 million from the sheriff's office. Clark said, quote, Abele should be drug tested. He has to be on heroin to be hallucinating with that wild proposal.
Making light of heroin use these days, heroin's a very serious issue.
Sheriff Clark didn't stop with the heroin comments. He continued his attack on Abele, saying he might go to bed at night dreaming about being sheriff, but when he wakes up, he's the same vindictive little man he was when he went to sleep. He'll have to sue me in court to get me to accept those cuts.
What is your reaction to Sheriff Clark calling you a vindictive little man?
Well, you know, I guess I spend less time worrying about rhetoric like that and more time looking for solutions to problems that impact all of us.
I reached out to the sheriff's office for an interview with Clark. They turned down my request.
What does that say about the state of politics in Milwaukee?
Well, you know, you'd have to ask the sheriff his thinking about why he chooses to express his opinions the way he does.
And this isn't the first time Clark has taken a jab at Abele. In the past, he's called the Milwaukee County Executive a liar and said Abele isn't used to taking a backseat to a black conservative sheriff. We're live at the Milwaukee County Courthouse tonight. Todd Hicks, today's TMJ4.
Yeah, some pretty nasty comments. Thanks, Todd.
In Kenosha County, firefighters had to rescue a disabled man after an apartment fire.
The flames broke out in a building in Camp Lake.
I couldn't stop shaking. It's my worst nightmare, considering the building's so old. It was horrifying.
This was the scene on 276th Avenue. That fire started in one apartment and then spread to the rest of the building. The building did have working smoke alarms, but firefighters had to rescue one disabled man.
They actually kicked in the door of one apartment. They were advised that there was an elderly man in there who had trouble hearing, so they kicked in that door and were able to get that man out.
And battling that fire was even more difficult because the area does not have fire hydrants. 25 people lived in the complex. The building is destroyed.
It looks like careless smoking caused a fire in Milwaukee. This was the scene near 38th and Congress, about 4 blocks north of Capitol. This morning, flames destroyed the second story. A family of 6 is now staying somewhere else.
Well, the Packers are helping another football team that's coping with a disaster. We'll tell you how.
It is one of the best high schools in Wisconsin, and there's a reason for that. A big accomplishment just announced.
And later, an illness with no cure, a new deadly dog virus, and how you can protect your pets.
Been another spectacular day across the state, and right here in Milwaukee we hit 74. Look at Madison at 81, 80 Chicago, low 80s out to the west. And tomorrow we'll be watching the warm air just pushing in, but right behind it is some rain. I'll tell you when that rain arrives coming up in just a few minutes.
Today, knowing someone has your back means something.
Today, getting news from a friend makes a difference, even if that news isn't always easy to hear.
Today, experience matters more than ever.
Today, you've told us you want a local news station that isn't afraid to dig, a station that'll give you the whole story.
Today, you ask, we investigate.
Today's TMJ4 News, live at 10.
This is the new award-winning lineup at the Jeep Celebration event. This is rediscovering what it's like to discover, where your view of the world gets a brand new lens. This is doing what you were born to do and letting your imagination run wild. Rediscover adventure at the Jeep Celebration event. Now, well-qualified lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2014 Jeep Patriot Latitude for $199 a month.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we believe that giving customers the most for their money is the right way to do business.
There's things here you just don't find anywhere else.
They've got everything I need.
I love the selection.
I do find value at Farm and Fleet.
And right now, you'll find our lowest prices of the year.
Walls Zero Zone Duck Jackets, $33.99. Case IH Sportswear is 33% off. And save 50% on Wells Lamont leather gloves, now just $7.49.
Great brands, great prices. That's Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
If you're going to talk a big game, you better back it up. The new Ram 1500. 25 miles per gallon highway. Unsurpassed warranty. And Motor Trend's 2013 Truck of the Year. Big talk and backing it up. Guts, glory, Ram.
For the first time ever, get 0% APR for 72 months, plus $2,000 total bonus cash on Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad and Crew Cabs.
A high school in Glendale has another big reason to be proud. Nicolet High School has 6 students with perfect scores on their ACTs. They've always been good test takers, and these teens, they make it sound easy.
I basically rolled out of bed, got a cup of coffee, and took the test.
How about that?
If only. But the principal says don't let that fool you. The seniors are gifted, but they are also very studious.
Twin sisters among the recipients. Packers stepping up to help a school in Alabama. The Pack is donating gently used game pants and socks after a bus fire last weekend. One of the buses at Concordia College down in Alabama blew up while the team was heading to a game. The good news is nobody was hurt. Well, the Packers off this weekend, but we are still tracking the Pack. Episode 10 is now online. Look at the state of the Packers during the bye week. Lance Allen, Larry McCarron, hash it all out. TMJ4.com. Well, John Milan's weekend forecast is coming up.
Also ahead, a unique exhibit in Milwaukee opening tomorrow. How the Scoop on Poop mixes science and some fun.
Monster waves, once thought impossible to surf, until an ingenious idea changed everything. Tow-in surfing. Courageous thinking is the Mazda way. The Mazda 3 with Skyactiv technology delivers 40 highway MPG and uncompromised performance. This is the Mazda 3. What do you drive? Get the 2013 Mazda 3 with either $2,000 customer cash or 0% APR for 72 months.
Want to see 25% of the pasta calories disappear? You just did. It's as easy as switching to Cremette 150. 25% fewer calories than regular pasta with the same great taste your family loves. Cremette 150. Cut the calories. Keep the taste.
It's Sofa Saturday, Sofa Sunday at Colders. That means every sofa, including special order, is half price. That means all occasional tables are 40% off. Love seats, 60% off. So why settle for a fair deal? Get a great deal more at Colders. England, Flex Steel, Broyhill, Natuzzi, every sofa half price, even special orders. All occasional tables 40% off. Love seats 60% off. It's Sofa Saturday, Sofa Sunday at Colders.
Our softest Scotties ever has more tissues per box than the leading national brand. And we give more by planting 3 trees for every one we use. That's a difference you can feel and feel good about. Scotties, like no other.
At GMC, incredible thinking is everywhere.
It's in the state-of-the-art dealerships. It's in a customer experience that's ranked highest by J.D. Power. And it's in the advanced engineering of the entire GMC lineup. Now get 0% financing for 60 months on any of these GMC models. Plus, 1 year of Sirius XM on Acadia and Terrain.
Dateline tonight, the mysterious death of a young family man.
The word poison just kept coming up.
A case that baffled police until a new detective brings it all home.
It was total shock.
Dateline tonight, 9/8 Central.
People can start signing up for the government's Affordable Care Act next Tuesday, October 1st.
Today, officials outlined a way to help people who have questions. Mayor Tom Barrett and County Executive Chris Abele joined others to talk about the health insurance marketplace. They say it'll make it easier for people across the state to compare qualified health plans, but they admit things might not go smoothly at first.
This is a massive undertaking, and there are going to be glitches. There's absolutely no doubt, I think, in anyone's mind in this room that there are going to be glitches.
They say the health insurance marketplace will also help people find the best options to fit their needs before they actually enroll. The U.S. Senate passed a bill today to uphold funding for the Affordable Care Act. And we've got more information at TMJ4.com. Health Care Help is our commitment to help you learn more about the Affordable Care Act.
A deadly virus that's been known to attack pigs and birds has now crossed over into dogs. Circle virus killed a handful of dogs this month in Ohio, Illinois, and California. So far, it has not been detected in Wisconsin, but it could be here. It's so new, Wisconsin is not yet testing for circle virus. A vet explains the symptoms.
They develop what's described as a hemorrhagic gastroenteritis, a bloody diarrhea along with vomiting. And that's symptoms that can be, caused by all kinds of things, other viral infections, other bacterial infections.
If your dog develops these symptoms, it's best to get to the vet fast. The dogs in Ohio that survived the circle virus were all treated right away.
Brewers Mini Marathon and 10K run happening tomorrow in Milwaukee. Several streets going to be shut down for about 15 minutes at a time. The action begins at 6:30 in the morning. For a list of the rolling street closures, go to our website, TMJ4.com.
Here's a look at what's on TV tonight. It all starts at 6:30 with Wisconsin Tonight. Then it's the Michael J. Fox Show and Dateline NBC with a toxic mystery.
The story of what happened to Matt Podolak is one of those that, well, you be the judge. The end came on Monday morning, July 31st. The mysterious ailment overwhelmed his defenses completely.
Here's the story. A healthy 31-year-old dies suddenly due to antifreeze poisoning, and both his family and authorities are determined to find out why. And this is an interesting note here. Every Friday, the Dateline family comes together on Twitter. You can join in on Twitter, and somebody from Dateline could actually come to your community for a watch party. That's coming up tonight. And then after Dateline,
technology and weddings. It may seem like a match made in heaven, but how much is too much? You're asked to check your cell phone. The new trend that has some couples asking guests to go tech-free on their wedding day. Tonight at 10 on today's TMJ4. And a new season of Saturday Night Live begins tomorrow. Tina Fey returns for her 4th appearance as host, along with musical guest Arcade Fire. That's tomorrow, 10:30, right after Live at 10. Another beauty of a day.
Perfect.
We're talking about a little rain in the forecast, though.
Chief Forecaster John Milan is here to tell us when it's going to arrive.
You know, this could be a perfect, beautiful weekend also because the rain should come in overnight Saturday to Sunday, not during the day Saturday or Sunday. Look at today's high, 74 degrees. Look at this mild spell. This is a stretch from Saturday of last week where we have had nothing but dry air and lots of sunshine. 74 today, 71 yesterday. Temperatures dropping back. You can see the steady climb from the 60s all the way up to the 70s. And tomorrow, a good opportunity of seeing 80 degrees. It hit 80 in Chicago today, 83 La Crosse, hit 81 in Madison, 85 Twin Cities and 87 in Des Moines. And that's the air right out ahead of a cold front. And that cold front's pushing that warm air in our direction. It's going to be a beautiful Friday evening. 68 Milwaukee right now, 70 Waukesha, 70 Burlington, 76 still in Whitewater. Overnight tonight, we drop to the mid-50s Lakeside, low to mid-50s as you get away from Lake Michigan. Satellite picture shows we're still clear, but you can see activity going on out to the west. Let's check it out on Viper radar. And what Viper's showing is a line of showers and a couple isolated thunderstorms from about Superior all the way back to the Twin Cities and all the way into southwestern parts of Minnesota. Now here's the cold front. It's rolling in our direction. It passes through western part of Wisconsin tomorrow through the afternoon, tomorrow evening, tomorrow night. That's our best opportunity for rain, and then cool, dry air settles in for Sunday. 80 Madison, 80 in Milwaukee, 78 Green Bay, mid-70s and rain out to the west. Our rain comes in towards the evening hours. And we cool down on Sunday, but this is not much of a cool down because our average high is 67. We'll be 68. For tonight, clear, dry, mild, 56 degrees, just an absolutely gorgeous night ahead. Tomorrow, a little increase in the wind. See those southerly winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Sunshine early, then increasing clouds, 80 degrees. The rain really hits after about 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening. Showers and an isolated thunderstorm, 54. Sunday, becoming partly cloudy, cooler, but still a beautiful high of 68 degrees. Here it is, 10-day outlook. And by Monday, we're back up to 70 degrees. We're looking at mid-70s through the middle of next week. Actually, on our 10-day outlook, the whole week looks spectacular. Maybe an isolated shower here and there. And then we cool back through the 60s next weekend. Those 2 weekends on that 10-day outlook sure look good. And the rain holds off till the overnight hours.
Keep it going, John. Come on, we're on a roll.
Next in sports, playing Ohio State. It's just another game for Wisconsin coach Gary Anderson.
The truth is, an Audi is impeccably engineered. The truth is, we all want luxury and handling all at once. The truth is, we all want truth in engineering. For a limited time at Audi North Shore and Audi Milwaukee, drive an impeccably engineered new A4 for just $379 a month. Or get both luxury and handling in a 2014 Audi Q5 for just $469 a month. Service is paramount and price is never an issue at Audi Milwaukee on Highway 100 or Audi North Shore in Brown Deer.
At U.S. Bank, we help first-time buyers, growing families, and empty nesters move from their home into one that's more fitting.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did he just say you might be moving?
We are.
We raised 3 kids here. It would be perfect for your family.
Which that means you guys are moving.
Oh, this would be a great first home for you.
Okay, let's talk about the yard.
Take it from here?
Sure.
U.S. Bank offers flexible terms and a great rate on a home mortgage for whatever stage of life you're in. Call to apply.
Or just come in.
Okay.
All of us serving you.
Let's get started. Okay, I'm first.
U.S. Bank.
All right.
It's been said you have to cross an ocean to find a vehicle with safety, reliability, and quality. The bar may have been set over there, but when it comes to raising it, we'll take it from here. The awarded Chrysler lineup. And now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months on the 2013 Chrysler Town & Country.
Today's TMJ4 Sports, powered by American, helping you get it right.
Giovanni Gallardo gets his last start of the year as the Brewers and Mets are just underway in New York. The Crew 18-11 over the last 29 road games. The Badgers play under the lights at Ohio State tomorrow evening, while the fans circle the calendar and get pumped playing the 4th-ranked Buckeyes. Head coach Gary Anderson does not.
I just do not believe in treating one game as this massive game or this is a big game, and it's another game. We prepare exactly the same way. I think if we see a lag in a young kid last week or the week before this week, we would treat it the same way, and the seniors would treat it the same way. They have high expectations. So just like it's been every other week, if we see a young man that's not practicing the right way, this powerful senior class will address it, and they've addressed it every single time it's happened, and as well as the coaches. But I'm just not a believer in, okay, this is the game. And it's not. Maybe at the end of the year if you get in a position like that, but not this game.
Smart take. Bengals safety George Iloka says he pretty much played for free last week. That's because Iloka fined $15,000 for unnecessary roughness when he struck Jermichael Finley in the head and neck, giving him a concussion. In all, the NFL fined Cincy $46,000. Bengals linebacker Vontez Burfict got the worst of it, fined $10,000 for hitting Ryan Taylor in, let's just say, the midsection. Another $21,000 for hitting a defensive player in the head and neck. One of the coolest entrances in baseball to honor one of the best. I'll freely admit, never been a Yankees fan, but I'm a fan of this moment. Reliever Mariano Rivera makes his final appearance at Yankee Stadium. Andy Pettitte and Derek Jeter go out to get him on the mound, and the 42-year-old breaks down. Rivera, considered to be one of the greatest closers in Major League Baseball history. His last game in New York, perfect. No runs or hits allowed in an inning and a third against the Tampa Bay Rays. A very classy and very good future Hall of Famer. We're back after this.
Only Nissan Altima is bold enough to give you an extra set of eyes. NASA-inspired zero-gravity seats and a control panel to match. Plus fuel economy that'll take you farther. The 2013 Nissan Altima. Leave the world of everyday sedans behind. Lease Altima just $199 per month, plus $500 bonus cash. Shop at ChooseNissan.com.
It's all here at Speedway, fresh from the grill favorites at a Speedway price.
I love the fact that customers can come into my Speedway any time of the day, and we've got great food choices.
We've got great jumbo hot dogs, breakfast tornadoes, spicy chicken and Swiss sandwiches, even our new cheeseburger links.
Great choices for a meal on the go.
And right now, anything on the grill, including jumbo ballpark franks, are 2 for just $2.22. You've got my word on it.
The convenience stores of Speedway.
Try our new pepperoni and mozzarella Zaroli stuffers, now 2 for just $4, only at Speedway.
Have you read the news? Wisconsin is creating jobs. Lots of jobs. Hundreds of jobs. Thousands of jobs. So many jobs that the Federal Reserve Bank now ranks Wisconsin in the top 2 states in the country for economic growth. Governor Walker balanced the budget, lowered our taxes, and invested in worker training. And now, the governor's reforms are working. And so are more people in Wisconsin. Read all about it.
Need a reason to drive a Ford with EcoBoost technology? I got 10.
I feel like I'm driving a race car.
More horsepower and more gas mileage. It's just a great combination.
Another great thing? Ford mileage beats Toyota in every segment we compete. Moving on.
Handling.
Sleek and cool.
Technology.
Assisted parking. Feels safe.
And finally, drumroll please.
Getting that kind of gas mileage is awesome.
Bingo.
Get a Focus with 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,500 bonus cash or up to $3,000 cash back.
New at 6, it could be the #1 lesson about number 2. Traveling exhibit called The Scoop on Poop is opening at the Milwaukee Public Museum. Museum says it is a tactful blend of good science and fun. Everything you want to know about you know what. Starting tomorrow at the Milwaukee Public Museum.
I think a lot of kids are excited about this.
Check out this. You could be excited about this.
Yeah,
by the way, I had calculus in college, and I couldn't figure out where you were going with that, everything you wanted to know. Beautiful sunset from our airport tower, Cam. It's going to be a beautiful evening out there. 66 at 8 o'clock, dropping to 60 at 10 o'clock. It's beautiful. We're lucky to have those as daytime temperatures.
Great night for high school football.
Awesome night for high school football as we get into the fall meet part of the schedule. A lot of great matchups tonight. And John, thank you very much. The parents thank you all the time.
Perfect for watching football.
It is. It's awesome.
Frenzy time tonight.
Yes, can't wait. And thanks for joining us at 6.
Wisconsin Tonight is next. And for news, weather, and sports anytime, visit us online, TMJ4.com. Have a great weekend.